Prince William and King Charles have reportedly stopped answering Harry's calls, and right now, neither of them is said to have any interest in speaking with him. That has surprised many people because earlier reports claimed King Charles had quietly been trying to rebuild his relationship with Harry and his family behind the scenes.
Charles is not the pushover that the press seems to think he is and that they're trying to present him as being. He has not been taking his son's calls for some time now. He will not be exploited by his son.
Harry has tried to make contact repeatedly, but William won't take his calls. He is not minded to a reconciliation at all.
But if these latest reports are accurate, the situation has taken a very different turn. Why is William reportedly so angry? What tactic are Harry and Meghan said to be using that some believe is putting pressure on an aging King Charles? And what conditions has Charles reportedly set before he would even think about welcoming them back into the royal fold? We're breaking down all of those reported claims, so stay with us.
The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are preparing to return to the United Kingdom for their first joint visit in 4 years.
Harry and Meghan are expected to bring their children despite previously refusing to visit Britain as a family due to security concerns.
Just a few days ago, reports suggested Harry and Meghan were preparing for a trip to the United Kingdom with their children. Meghan has not returned to Britain since attending Queen Elizabeth II's funeral in 2022. Now, several years later, reports suggested she was finally ready to go back, and many people believed the timing was far from random. Some commentators have argued that with their business projects facing challenges and public attention shifting elsewhere, staying connected to the royal family could help keep them in the spotlight.
On his own, because he's got stuff to do for Invictus, but part of this visit was actually going to visit the final resting place of Princess Diana. And what a beautiful thing that would be for the young kids particularly, to go and have some understanding of where their grandmother is now and who she was and all of that. But as I say, big question mark about whether it's happening.
That opinion has become part of the wider conversation surrounding their reported plans. The Invictus Games are scheduled to be held in Birmingham, England in 2027, and preparations for the event have reportedly included planning visits and venue rehearsals. According to those reports, Harry wanted Meghan and the children to be involved in the trip as well.
He's been denied his royal security protection. Now, he seems to have assumed he was going to get this. Of course, has been a battle now that's going on for many years. He's repeatedly said he will not return to the UK with Meghan and the children unless he has the full level of royal security. Now, he's been denied that yet again.
The reported goal was not only to support the Invictus Games, but also to give the children a chance to spend time with both the Windsor and Spencer families. Reports suggested Harry hoped they could become more familiar with relatives they have had little opportunity to know. But according to those reports, the plan quickly fell apart. Harry's request for taxpayer-funded security was unsuccessful, and questions about security arrangements reportedly became one of the biggest obstacles to the visit.
That William has made his feelings about any reconciliation clear to his father. William is known to hold a grudge, and more than that, he cannot forgive his brother for what Harry has put his family through, one source.
As discussed by royal commentator Tom Bower in our previous video, that issue may have made Meghan's return to the UK much less likely. If you missed that discussion, you can check it out. With those challenges growing, some reports have suggested Harry may have reached out to both William and King Charles for advice or support. However, those same reports claim William has no interest in meeting with his younger brother. It has even been alleged that when Harry tries to contact him, William simply does not respond.
That's very good to hear that it's not just William who is rejecting Harry's phone calls, it's also Charles who is doing so. You're also, of course, completely right to point out that it's Harry who has massively capitulated here. Nothing has changed in terms of the security arrangements or the offer to stay at royal palaces. Those offers have existed previously. So Harry is the one who, in Tom Bower's words, is crawling.
According to these claims, William believes too much has happened, and rebuilding trust is not something he is ready to consider. From William's reported point of view, the Oprah interview, the Netflix documentary series, and Harry's memoir Spare seriously damaged the relationship between the brothers. Commentators have suggested William feels those events broke the trust they once shared, making any reconciliation much more difficult at this stage. But the story does not stop there. Perhaps the biggest surprise involves King Charles himself. For months, headlines suggested the king was quietly encouraging reconciliation and had even been considering possible accommodation for Harry and his family during future visits.
Individual in this country is permitted to pay for security. That includes the king. So how all of a sudden is Charles paying for Harry's security? He's not paying for Harry's security. Harry's security is being paid for under the standard arrangements that were.
Yet these newer reports paint a completely different picture. According to those reports, King Charles is also not taking Harry's calls. Some royal commentators believe this could reflect a desire to avoid emotionally difficult conversations while dealing with his own responsibilities and health, though none of these claims have been officially confirmed. Whatever the reason, it appears to contradict many of the earlier headlines that described him as eager to repair the relationship. There is another important detail to remember. Harry no longer has an official UK residence. In 2023, King Charles asked him to leave Frogmore Cottage following the publication of Spare. Reports later claimed Harry hoped to stay at Windsor Castle, but that did not happen.
Charles is said to be clearing his schedule to see grandchildren Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, whom he has not seen in 4 years.
In essence, that reads to me like he's almost using the grandkids as ammunition. Presumably the King and Queen Camilla desperately want to spend time with their grandkids, but now, unless this is overturned, the word is Harry will not enter.
During a 2024 visit, it was also reported that Charles offered another royal residence, but Harry reportedly declined because he felt the available locations were too visible. That ongoing disagreement over accommodation has only added another complicated chapter to an already strained family situation. So here is where things reportedly stand. Harry no longer has an official home in the UK. There is no guaranteed royal residence waiting for him, and reports suggest visits with King Charles require careful planning well in advance. Given everything that has happened over the past few years, it's perhaps not surprising that the relationship now appears more distant than ever. Now let's talk about one of the biggest rumors making the rounds. There have been claims that King Charles is personally paying for Harry's security whenever he visits Britain, but that claim remains highly disputed. Royal security decisions are handled by the UK government, not by the king alone.
With new reports that Prince William is fuming over the fact that King Charles is, in his view, bending over backwards for the duplicitous duo, who says the UK visit next month is a source of deep frustration for Wills, and he's very annoyed about it. Prince William will not see Prince Harry and Meghan Markle when they return to the United Kingdom next month.
Reports indicate that King Charles has only limited influence over those arrangements. If Harry wants additional private security, reports suggest he would need to organize and fund it himself. At the same time, many royal watchers believe there is still a major difference between what King Charles wants and what Prince William wants. According to commentators, Charles would like less conflict and would reportedly welcome opportunities to spend time with his grandchildren. Some believe his health has made family relationships feel even more important than before. William, however, is often described as taking a much firmer position. Reports suggest he remains focused on rebuilding trust before any reconciliation could even be discussed. Some commentators have argued that Harry and Meghan's desire to bring the children to Britain could place emotional pressure on King Charles because of his wish to see his grandchildren. That interpretation remains opinion rather than established fact, but it has become a major topic of debate. Prince William, meanwhile, is said to see the situation very differently.
To a well-placed source, William believes his brother crossed a line in both his 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey and his autobiography Spare, in which he shared, among other things, intimate details about his and Meghan's relationship with Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales.
According to reports, he believes the trust between the brothers was seriously damaged by the Oprah interview, the Netflix series, and the publication of Spare. Commentators say he is determined to protect both his family and the institution of the monarchy, and for now, his reported strategy is simple: keep his distance. Despite those differences, reports suggest both William and King Charles share one major concern. They are said to worry that private conversations could eventually become public. After previous interviews, documentaries, and Harry's memoir revealed family disagreements, some royal commentators believe there is now extreme caution about what is said behind closed doors. There are even reports that concerns remain over the possibility of future books or media projects, although nothing like that has been officially announced. Even if emotions eventually settle, many believe the biggest obstacle is still trust. According to reports, William feels that trust has to be earned again before any real progress can happen. That may prove far more difficult than simply arranging another family meeting. Reports also suggest Harry still wants his children to spend time in Britain, learn more about their family history, meet members of the Spencer family, and strengthen their connection with King Charles. Whether that becomes reality remains uncertain, but many people continue to ask the same question. Could a meeting still happen if Harry and his family eventually return to the UK? It certainly seems possible. If a meeting does take place, many commentators expect it would likely be private, carefully planned, and limited in scope. Any conversation would probably happen away from cameras and reporters, with clear boundaries designed to keep family discussions confidential. Meanwhile, there has also been plenty of speculation surrounding Meghan's business plans. Some commentators have suggested that a return to Britain could have helped generate more public attention for her projects. However, many of those claims remain speculative, and there is no official confirmation supporting many of the rumors currently circulating online. For now, reports suggest King Charles is staying cautious, while Prince William is maintaining his position. Whether that changes in the future remains to be seen, but at this stage, protecting the monarchy and managing family tensions appear to remain the biggest priorities according to many royal observers. Now, it's your turn. Do you think Harry is genuinely trying to rebuild his relationship with the royal family? Or do you think this is simply another chapter in an already complicated story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.